Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Guzelian. I'm the owner of Pasadena Candle Co. Today, I'm so excited to share a unique project with you, an Iced Lavender Latte Candle. If you love the calming scent of lavender and the cozy vibe of a latte, this candle combines the best of both worlds. I'll walk you through the steps so you can make your own at home. Whether you're new to candle making or looking for a fun twist, this is a perfect project for any candle lover. Before we dive into making this beautiful iced lavender latte candle, if you're into candle making, DIY projects, or just love discovering new and creative ideas, make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Let's get into it. In this step, I'm preparing my gel wax by pulling it apart into smaller pieces. Gel wax has a unique stretchy texture that makes it easy to break into manageable chunks. Once I've broken it down, I place the pieces into melting pitcher to heat them until they're fully melted. It's important to melt gel wax slowly and keep the temperature around 200 degrees Fahrenheit or 93 degrees Celsius to avoid burning the wax. Be sure to keep an eye on it during the melting process, as overheating can ruin its clarity and texture. Did you know gel wax isn't technically wax? It is made from a combination of mineral oil and a polymer resin, giving it a unique gel-like texture. Despite not being a traditional candle wax, it is commonly used in candle making because of its transparency and longer burn time. This makes it perfect for creating visually stunning candles just like this one, Iced Lavender Latte Candle, and the other one, Iced Coffee Candle. And yeah, this is perfect for embedding objects or layering colors inside containers. Here I'm preparing my 1 pound or 16 ounces of wax for my candle. Soy wax is a natural, renewable resource made from soybean oil, which make it eco-friendly and biodegradable. It also burns cleaner and longer than paraffin wax, making it a great choice for creating high-quality candles with a smooth, creamy finish. Now I'm placing the soy wax into the melter, and I'll wait for it to fully melt before moving on to the next step. At this point, you can see that I've just poured a pound of wax into the melter, and now I'm stirring it as we wait for it to fully melt. Once it completely melted, I recommend using a towel or a heat-resistant glove to protect the hand, as the wax will be very hot. Now I'm transferring the melted wax into a pouring pitcher. The one I'm using is typically for pancake batter, but it works great for candle making as well. Now I'm grabbing my fragrance oil dropper. I like using this because it's much less messy, and from experience, it helps avoid wasting any fragrance oil. Make sure you have your weighing scale ready as we will be measuring in ounces. Let's add the fragrance oil to the wax, which should be at 185 degrees Fahrenheit. Fragrance oils are specially formulated for candles and provide a consistent, long-lasting scent. They're also more versatile, allowing for a wider variety of scents compared to natural oils. Stir the mixture for 2 minutes to ensure the fragrance is fully blended and incorporated into the wax. While some prefer natural oils, they can be less effective for candles. Natural oils often don't throw scent as well and can cause the candle to burn unevenly or produce a weak fragrance. They also tend to be more expensive and less stable at high temperatures, which can limit their use in candle making. In this part of the video, I'm showing that the gel wax is fully melted. This gel wax looks perfect. It stayed clear and didn't turn yellow. If your wax turns yellow, it means you've burned it. So be sure to keep a thermometer nearby and melt the wax on low heat. Now I'm adding fragrance oil to my gel wax. It's important to always read the instructions for your specific gel wax, as the percentage of fragrance oil can vary depending on the density of the gel wax you're using. Adding the right amount ensures the fragrance binds properly without affecting the clarity or quality of the wax. I've also prepared a mold, which I use to make ice cube shapes. There's also other way to make ice cubes. You can cut your gel wax into squares if you prefer, but I like using this mold because it gives me more uniform and cleaner looking cubes. Let's put the gel wax aside and wait for it to cool down. In the meantime, let's prepare our jar. If you'd like to get the exact jar I'm using, I will include a link in the description where you can purchase it. Let's grab our wick sticker, and wick holder. If you're asking what type of wick I am using a cotton wick. Positioning the wick correctly is key for an even burn, so make sure it's right in the middle before securing it with the wick holder. My gel wax has cooled down, and now I'm ready to move on to the next step. In this part of the video, I'm removing the gel wax from the mold and carefully placing it into the jar. I'm making sure that the ice cube gel wax pieces are positioned along the sides of the jar, so they're visible, and it will give the candle that unique layered look. Now, I'm pouring the scented plain wax into the jar. I'm pouring slowly to make sure it fills in around the gel wax pieces without moving them, so the ice cream effect stays clearly visible through the glass. You can decide how you want your gel wax to show, whether you prefer just a hint of the cubes peeking through or a more prominent display. Take your time to get the look you want. Honestly, This is one of my favorite parts of making ice candles. And make sure you're enjoying doing this. Here, I'm pouring the rest of the scented clay wax into my glass jar. You'll also notice that I'm reheating the wax before adding the dye. Why? Because I want the candle dye blends evenly and I want to avoid any dye spots from getting stuck at the bottom of the jar. This step is key for achieving a smooth and consistent color throughout the candle. To give this candle a more realistic look, I like to heat up the sides of the jar before pouring the purple candle wax. This helps the wax blend more smoothly along the edges, creating a seamless transition and enhancing the iced lavender latte effect. For the final steps, I add more gel wax to the top and gently push the purple candle wax downward with a tool to create a blended mixturing effect. This technique gives the candle a more realistic look, like the swirls you'd see in an iced lavender latte. Once everything is in place, the candle is ready to cool and set, leaving you with a beautiful layered creation that looks just as good as it smells.